Hello everybody, this is P to the Arth Parth.
And this is Vegas RS, back at you with another non-RuneScape video. I know you guys are upset, but it's gonna be okay. I promise.
Dude, Starcraft, I mean, what's not to like? You know, it's up and coming.
I mean, like, everybody seems to be, like, broadcasting it these days. Like, that Husky Starcraft guy that no one knows about, you know.
Yeah, and Psy Starcraft, I mean, who's that guy? HD Starcraft, have you ever heard of that guy?
He sounds,
What's the name like
really
HD
Asian.
in front of a game and now it's HD, you know?
Sounds like a chubby Asian guy. But anyways, we have Toxic in the top right as the red Zerg, and he's an up-and-coming Starcraft player. He might be me, you never know. And we have this unknown guy named Ban down here. Nothing interesting so far.
He's the blue Terran.
He's a blue Terran, like, no one likes Terrans anyway. No.
And if you go to that right now, you can see he's making a supply depot without even trying to wall off. That's a little risky because now he has no vision on that ramp.
This is unusual. He doesn't even know that they are a close spawn, so there could be a Zergling run by and GG.
Yeah, it's, such a thing is possible. And it's funny you say that because it looks like this fellow named Toxic 10 pulled, or is it 11 pull? I think it's 11.
I believe he did an extractor trick to get an 11 pull out, just for some early aggression. But it's also not too risky because it doesn't harm your economy as bad as like a 7 or 8 pull. So
or
it's not
6
a
or 7
all
pull.
Yeah.
Although, now that this SCV sees the drone, the SCV is going to try and perhaps follow it a little bit, and follow it back to the spawn.
Oh, he's going to definitely find out where this, the enemy is. And,
but it could be clever. You could kind of utilize this to your advantage and try and lead him away from you, and it would actually be quite entertaining. But I know it's a little micro-intensive, and we're not exactly watching Grandmasters here at work.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe Wood League or something like that.
No, they actually know how to create units. Like, this isn't a drone versus drone battle.
Speaking of creating units, look at these 2 racks going down for what's-his-face, Band.
Oh, wait, it seems to be some early aggression coming up.
Oh, yeah, 2 racks is a definite sonic clear aggression, and Toxic definitely did not scout that. He kind of stepped away as soon as seeing that 1 racks and 1 refinery go down, which is certainly standard, but that second racks now allows Band to do a lot of early aggression, so just as Toxic went for the 10 pull, there's the 2 racks for the Terran.
And he was so greedy, he didn't even grab his, like, orbital. He's at 18 supply, and he doesn't even have an orbital yet, and this is really strange. That's
a good point. You usually have the orbital by about 16 supply, 15 or 16 is standard.
Right.
And Toxic going for that very clever second hatchery at the natural. Since he has the pull up already, he will be able to defend that and possibly gain an economic advantage. And speaking of orbital, though, that orbital is going down now.
Finally, and what do we see here? We see a tech lab and a very, very early upgrade stim, so we might see a timing attack in the near future, possibly.
Yes, that is how timing attacks work. They are in the near future.
Thank you for clarifying.
And we see a couple lings from Toxic going towards that base, maybe get some intel. And factory now going down for Band.
And since Band wasn't able to wall off, he's not able to hide any of his tech structures. These 2 Zerglings from Toxic come in, which he should be doing right now. He's being an idiot. Why is he not sending them in? There we go.
Oh, free SCV?
Ooh, no, the SCV seems to be pulling them away.
The Zergling speed is only halfway done, and if it was at full though, that SCV would be toast. Sending out those Marines out now, and unless he can get in, I think he might be able to get in.
Denial.
Oh no!
Oh, let's see his vision.
No.
Did he actually?
No, he did not see anything new.
Just
this is of course a minor loss, but I mean, I don't know.
He could be going
that
for
intel could have been extremely useful. Could have seen some Hellions coming because there is that 1 tech lab, and he can swap out that factory with that tech lab after he gets the stim.
So far on Toxic's vision, he sees absolutely nothing, just 1 barracks from the enemy. So he has no idea what competition is about to come up. Oh, we have an engagement.
There's a little engagement, and those lings, he just lost 4 lings, but those Marines will now go down. Oh, he could have tried and stutter step, but speedlings are done, so there's no way he could have gotten out of that alive.
But there seems to be a problem that he overproduced lings. Like, this is a minor situation, like minor problem, but he did not need that many lings to counter just 5 Marines.
Sure, but at the same time, he now has a little bit of versatility in case another push comes by. He knows that there's some early aggression happening from Band, so maybe those lings aren't too bad. He does fall behind a little bit on drone count because of that, but since he's already up by 1 base on Band, he probably isn't in that terrible a shape, I think.
And if you look at Band's main right now, he already put Marines up in his mineral line which is really genius, because he knows how many Zerglings Toxic has. He kind of overproduced, and we're about to see another run by. Oh, and the Hellions come out, and Zerglings will not be able to do anything. Oh.
Hellions, of course, get roasted by Lings get roasted by Hellions, the other way around.
Yeah, he even had to pull
It'd be a little unnatural if Hellions get roasted by Lings.
He even had to pull some
but,
SCVs up. What? Oh, what is this? He's moving out.
Uh-oh. This could be bad, and Toxic now can see the versatility that the Terran has now with the new structures in place. No blue flame, of course, yet, but that's okay because this army is actually quite menacing at this stage. Lings will get destroyed, and just perfect precaution by Toxic there to put up a spawn crawler by the ramp.
Right. And he also needs to move out because the Terran player is down by 16 harvesters, and that big enough economic difference now will spell disaster for him in later games. So he needs to push out right now. If he doesn't, oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean there. By the way, if you keep watching our cast, one of these days you'll get a treat by, I don't know. Let me just say we're Indian, and we can both do accents.
Oh.
So we don't want to completely spoil everything.
No. Very true, yeah, very true.
That's just the taste of what's to come. Oh yeah.
One of many. Now back to the video, yeah. We see a third coming down, so we can tell that the video is going to be the game is going to be macro oriented now.
And if you see Band right now, he's moving out with 3 Hellions and about to do a medevac drop with 8 Marines. This could be quite devastating because there's only 33 Lings, and they can probably take those Hellions out, but that drop, oh no, that drop's going right into the main. That Queen cannot take out that medevac fast enough. Come on, Band doing a little bit of poor micro and not dropping those Marines soon enough, but now that they're gone, he could have stemmed those and really just completely slaughtered this mineral line, but with Lings and Creep, there is plenty of time for Toxic to move those drones out of the way quickly enough and eat up that...
But he loses a Queen and he loses 10 drones. That was a very, very cost effective. Oh, and another drop, same drop. Oh, and loses some more. Oh, he's terrible engagement. Super cost effective for the Terran player. Zerg player lost about 10 harvesters and a good 10-20 Zerglings in that engagement to
Looking at the units tab now, the Zerg is only up by 1 harvester. But he does have that 3rd hatchery complete now, and so if he might have to hold back on unit production now. But now that he's seen those Hellions and that drop, he's gonna have to really decide hard on whether he wants to make units or drones. But for now, he absolutely has to make a few drones. There go a couple roaches and a lot more Lings coming out for defense. But I feel like he needs to absolutely do a few more injects. The hatcheries the Queens are definitely just sitting with some energy.
And after
there's that one inject, and pump out a lot more drones to make up for that. And let's see here, we got a spawn crawler going down in the main. That's going to be helpful. And with 1 Queen, he might be able to keep the Marines in with a little healthy dose of fear. We'll see about that.
And after any drop like that, you always want to do a counterattack, and while you're always attacking, you want to be expanding. But Toxic seems to have already done that, so he's